the meeting to order, and Patty will take a visual roll call. Are there any public comments? I don't see any public here, so. Any amendments to the agenda? Don't see any. Okay, then I'll entertain a motion to approve consent agenda A and B.
I make the motion.
I think I'll second it.
Okay, it's been moved in second. Are there any questions, comments?
Nope.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Moving on to item 5 is business. A is fire department updates, et cetera, et cetera. Chief, you're on.
All right, thank you very much. I have one update before I hand it over to the deputy. But so I had got an email from Cops and Fire, who does our polygraphs and background, our psychological evaluations. And I'm not sure if the police uses it too, but what they want to institute is because I guess they had a rash of last minute cancellations. So they want to start charging for no call, no show, or canceling within 48 hours. I'm a little hesitant on this, but it's not my call. I just want to present it to you. So a polygraph is, they usually charge $175 and a psych $500.
Yeah.
What they want to institute is a cancellation fee of $125 for polygraphs and $350 for psychs if there's a no call, no show. Well, that's, again, the problem is in this day and age with these, I don't want to blame the kids, but you get a lot of people that, you know, they don't email you back, they don't call back, they don't answer their phone, they ghost you. And we have no control of that, but yet we might have a financial impact. So I just wanted to bring that to your guys' attention. I can't sign this, this is for you, so I'll, you know, Patty should have this, or I'll give it to her to, do you guys want to talk about it? Talk about it with legal maybe, or did you guys get this too? Do you guys use Cops and Fire for your polygraphs and psychs?
We do, but they've been so backed up lately. We've been using we have a backup guy, Sean, what's his name? Hennessy?
Right.
Yeah.
For
Hennessy,
both?
right.
Do you like them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's retired, Lamont, chief, opened up his own polygraph business.
Does he do the psychs too or no?
No, he doesn't use that.
Okay, so just polygraph. Do you guys who do you use? Do you guys do a psychological evaluation?
Yeah.
Who do you use Cops and Fire?
Yeah.
So you're sure this.
And we're gonna be up against it, because even if you try and collect from the candidate, you can't legally.
No.
There's case law already on that, like trying to recover from any candidate, so.
But it's like, what is that? 75%? That's a big hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say
But
no.
I don't know if there's any. I don't know of any other. Is there other? Should we research other psych places? I'm not sure.
Or unless you also prep your candidate, say, listen, if you're going to cancel, you have to let us know as quick as possible. And not that you're trying to put that thought in their head and plant that seed, but just say there's a cost involved if you do cancel. So
Yeah.
because we never really plays that game to line all these agencies up until they get the best offer.
Yeah. Oh, that's what they're doing. Yes.
I mean, you have more likely of a polygraph getting canceled, right? Because I mean, we start with the polygraph and the psych is like last.
A psych is
That's
after the
pretty
conditional.
really, yeah, so.
Fortunately for us, this time you approved that we're not doing the polys
Right.
just for this small group. But all right, I'll hand it in. You guys want to look at it?
Definitely, I don't know
Make a
that.
determination. Maybe the chief's
Yeah.
right. We really, you know.
Is
Maybe-
there any,
Well,
is there any way that if the candidate has to notify the department, notify you 2 days ahead of time? If they don't respond, then you just take them off, and then if you show up, you're not taking the test.
Yeah, maybe we can word something like that when, you know, before they go, because it is obviously the polygraph I'm not too worried about, but the psych, you know, it is a conditional. So hey, here's your next steps. You need to do this and this, and you need to let us know. Can we make them say, hey, you know what, or else you're gonna have to pay us this cancellation fee back? I don't know if that's legal.
Yeah, I don't know that you'll be
You get
be able
the
to
fee.
really collect it
Yeah.
necessarily. That's the problem. You know, you could say in your conditional, you know, letters that, you know, this is your appointment time. If it needs to be rescheduled or it needs to be canceled, you need to contact us within 48 hours, or you need to confirm, or some, at some point, somebody will confirm with you, 72 hours in advance, and.
Sure. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Otherwise there's, a fee for the department, and, you might be able to put something like that into the letter, but again, you're at the whim of somebody else's
Exactly.
choices. And I mean, if you get to the part where you're at the psychological exam and you're not hearing back from them, you could say like, we'll reach out, you have to confirm within, the 72 hours, and if not, we'll cancel that appointment and you'll have to call us to get that done. But then, I mean, that still puts you in the same place. You've got a conditional offer of employment, and this person has to do this, and they haven't responded. Well,
Correct.
you're
It would be nice to see this system go to like the power card on our side, like, so if people carry around a card saying they've been approved psychologically or for another test. It would be nice to have something like that.
Yeah.
For the onus to be on them, to prove that they're a good candidate. But
yeah.
we're gonna keep spending money.
Well, that's what we have in the CPAT, the physical agility test. That card is good for a year.
Right, and we have that too for the power test,
Yeah.
for the physical aspect.
But
of it, so.
Again, if they pass the psych, I wish they did it. That would be a lot easier.
That'd be
But
good.
so I mean, I
So
guess
then what we need to do is work on then a letter that would be given to each candidate stating the specifics, You must, call us, if you're going to cancel at least 2 days, or there's a penalty.
yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know that you can really assess that to the candidate, but
Yeah.
you can always put that information in there. Or you could set up
Well,
a system
if
like we'll
it's-
call you.
I don't understand, if it's a potential employee, why can't you, say, you're gonna, there's a cost there that would be,
Well, what the problem is really collecting.
yeah, right.
There's more of a practical problem. That's collecting it. You can send an invoice to them all you want.
But the thought that they would have to pay something, I think that's, you wanna instill in them that there is a penalty if you can't follow through. Not
Yeah.
only will you, but you're not gonna get a job either.
Yeah, I mean you can.
It has to be worded carefully.
Yes, and because you can't necessarily really follow through on it.
Yeah.
It can't necessarily be enforced. You can say that. You could probably send them an invoice, but they can challenge it, and it will be deemed that they don't have to pay it. It doesn't go against their. It's not going to go against their credit. And the cost of enforcing, even if you were to get like some kind of judgment, the cost of enforcing it is probably more than.
I
what
think
the
it's
actual
more,
penalty is, so.
it's more like putting the fear of God into it.
Right. You're trying to instill, kind of put a note
Yeah.
in there to say,
Right,
or maybe it's a process that you say like, we will call to confirm with you so many, days in advance. If we don't get a hold of you and you do not confirm, we are going to cancel this, and you will not be, your process will not move forward as it's supposed to. There's that option too.
Is there a possibility to put a sentence in like, and if not, if you don't cancel within the time frame, you may be liable for the cancellation fee, even though it's a veiled
You
threat?
definitely can. You can say that to them, and then and hope it doesn't happen, and then if it does
Right,
happen,
yeah.
Hopefully.
yeah, you can.
but
certainly
I
say
mean,
that.
there's gotta be some way, to convey our concerns and to see, their response, because if they're not gonna respond, to our requests, why do you want them as employees?
It seems like this, we're getting a lot of, instead of saying, you know what, I changed my mind, I'm gonna take a pass. They don't answer their phone or they don't reply to emails. They just like, hopefully
But
they'll just go away. It's just like,
Yeah.
well, we're hanging out here, and then it's just like, well,
But I think by putting that in the letter form, that, we will call you if there's no response, then we're taking you off the list.
okay.
And there's nothing wrong with invoicing them
Right.
at all.
No, it's just
Right.
you can't collect it.
Right, and many of them may choose not to pay it.
But
Yeah.
what
Or-
if the department isn't invoicing them, but the service is invoicing them
I
for a
don't know if
no-show
they'll do it.
appointment?
Well, that's why they want us to sign the contract, so, we're liable.
We're liable.
Well, and right, because technically you're making the appointment for them, they're not making the appointment, so I think that that's probably likely why they can't just invoice directly.
Okay.
I mean, you all could take the invoice they send the department and send that to them, you know, with the, you know, invoice to, you know, from the village itself, or, you know, from the department itself, saying you owe us this, and here's the proof of the fee that was assessed because of your failure to show up.
I'd be willing to draft a letter and send it, maybe
Yeah.
between us,
Right,
and see if we wanna add anything, and then we can send it, or bring it back to you guys next meeting to.
right, yeah,
Yeah, I would include in there, if we don't hear a response from you after we try to contact you, you're gonna be removed from the list.
Okay.
You know, so.
Alright, we can do that, so I'll give this to Patty, and then this is the,
Yeah.
if you guys wanna,
Or like, we'll consider.
I'm
that
not gonna
passed
sign it,
until
though.
we
yeah,
take it
consider
to pass.
reading it over, and then
Yeah,
it would
it's not on
eventually
the
have to be
agenda.
signed.
huh?
You can't sign it, it's not on
Consider
the
it
agenda.
passed.
Right,
Yeah, failure to respond.
okay. All right,
And that's
Chief.
all I have for
Oh.
my portion right there.
Okay, the eligibility list and stuff, that's nothing there, right? You don't have anything to add on that, or do you?
Oh, well, we do it, we have the preference points list.
Okay.
Are you saving that for executive
No,
session?
we could give that now and then
Yeah.
certify that.
So we have the preference point list that was calculated, all four candidates turned in their points, and we're ready for that.
I believe the one with his preference point put him over 100%.
Yeah, absolutely, oh, she signed it? Okay, so we're good to go there.
Yeah.
Um, We're waiting on one set of fingerprints. I don't have any record of one of the candidates, the number one guy. So I called him yesterday and I'm still waiting to hear back.
Okay,
Make sure he got fingerprinted. We received all their backgrounds.
And that's what we'll talk about in executive session.
okay, all right. Okay, so that's all for,
That's all for that right now.
until we go into exec session, okay. Okay, police department, chief.
We had scheduled 3 interviews for lateral candidates. Only one we ended up liking to add to our list. The other 2 had a sorted past. So we kind of passed on them. Did you want to elaborate anymore?
It was it, well, it was actually 5, the 3, the 2 were bad, so we didn't interview them.
2 were bad.
And then the 3 would be on the list, that we were waiting for military points,
Oh, gotcha.
She just signed it.
which nobody had military points, right? Yeah,
Okay.
so it's good to go.
Anything else? I think that's.
And it is true, out of those 3, well, that might be, only 1 was currently working.
But they're still okay to be on the list,
Yeah,
okay.
And that's pretty much it.
That's it?
I mean, but historically, what have happened, one of our officers had taken a position with Aurora PD and actually was just sworn in a couple of days ago. And so we were filling that position in, and those 2 that we had sworn in on April 8th are going to be set to go to the academy real soon. So they're 2 very good candidates. We're hoping the best for them, and we'll see how it goes.
I know their parents and friends were all excited for both of them, so it was really kind of nice.
Very
And-
eager, very positive,
Yeah.
and it's good.
Do they both come from police families?
One did for sure. Well, not really a police family, but one came from a police background where she was a records person at Oak Brook Terrace, and the other, the gentleman, he was a junior marksman champion. So he knows how to shoot. Hopefully, he never needs to use that skill.
Right.
But there's a certain amount of discipline that goes into that and training. And so, no, they both have been hitting the books hard, going over our policies before they go to the academy.
And the one girl, her sister is a police officer, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Northbrook.
Northbrook.
I hear Northbrook.
I hear this
I
name.
heard that too.
Yeah, by the way of grapevine, right?
Yes, yes.
Now, Patty, I don't know if, did we strike everybody else off the list? Are we up to date with that?
We did a lot of striking last time.
Yeah, there were people, because we got to, the 2 that we hired. So there was an Angelo in there right before Wilkins.
He dropped.
He was dropped, and then you had Joshua Spalding.
He went to another
Pretty
department.
sure went to another department. Okay, and you had Stacy, we hired Ivan Leonard.
We removed from the
Yeah,
list.
okay, so we're good.
Thank you for being so organized. You know, month-to-month memory, I'm not sure I can remember. I want to compliment both chiefs on, the ceremony that took place on April 8th, I think it was, right? And it was all done so nice. Makes the families feel very special. And the candidates very special. So, thank you for that.
Thank
Good
you.
job.
Thank you for showing up.
Yeah, thank you. It was a huge turnout of families and friends for all the candidates, for
Yeah.
all 7 people, and that was good to see.
Very good.
It would be nice if we had a bigger facility to house everybody, but, we
Yeah.
had to do it in stages. All the PD people were outside, and it gave them a chance to just kind of talk and meet each other, and so
Yeah.
that was fun.
I know Josh was nervous. He came up and he said, "My chief said I'm supposed to be." I said, "Well, then I think you better go where the chief said."
Oh, he's
He
fine.
says, "Is that fine, my parents?" I said, "No, you."
And you know his mother.
Yes, I do.
Yes, and I found that out, while I was outside networking with everybody.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
She knows everyone.
right. Well, and the mother knew one of our family friends, so it just kind of 6 degrees of separation almost.
Yeah, right, yeah. Well, and she's been involved for so long. Josh has been to everything, so I mean, and he does have a family background but they're all up in Wisconsin, I think. Family that's in public service. Okay, so if there's nothing for open session, then apparently we do need an exec
I'll
session,
get
correct?
that.
Okay, and time is 8:47, entertain a motion to go into exec session.
I will make that motion.
Second.
Okay. So moved in second, all in favor?
Aye.
We are in exec session, time 8:47. And Patty's gotta get the open session, and we do have a couple of motions to make. First is the approval of the police eligibility list, correct?
No. We do?
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lateral.
Yeah,
The lateral.
we could pass it around.
The lateral, this is the lateral,
Exhibit A,
Exhibit A.
yeah. Those are the 3 candidates.
Yes.
Okay, I need a motion to approve that list.
So I'll make that motion.
Now, second it?
Okay, it's been moved in second to approve the police lateral eligibility list. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, aye. Motion is carried. Second then, we have the eligibility list for the firefighter paramedic. I need a motion to accept number 1 and 4. And then we'll need another motion to reject numbers 2 and 3.
Do we have to state the names?
I will, but you guys.
Oh, okay.
I'll pass the list to you,
Oh,
just
okay.
so you know, okay. So 1 and 4 is yes, 2 and 3 is no. Is that okay?
Yep, I think it's a motion to offer conditional
Yeah, conditional offer
offer of
to
employment to
Yeah.
whoever the names are for 1 and 4.
1 and 4,
And then the second motion will be to
Yeah.
strike whoever the names are for 2
yeah.
and 3.
Well, I can make that motion, I'm gonna make it right now.
No, she'll.
Yeah.
You're gonna do it.
I'm not gonna do it, you're gonna do it.
Oh.
What are you gonna do?
Read the names.
I gotta give you some responsibility here, you know.
Pronounced it, but 1 and 4, we're gonna accept and make conditional offers for it. So I'll make a motion that we make conditional offers to
How about
Haven, Rita,
J-Val.
Ozeda-
J-Vel, J-Vel.
J-Val, Ruetta, Ozeda, and Thomas Sendeno. Sendeno?
Very good, okay.
Okay, I'll make that motion.
And I'll second it.
Okay, it's been moved in second to accept candidates J-Val and Thomas. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried.
I'm gonna strike the others.
Okay, well, I'll make a motion to strike Adam Johnston and Dakota Ibrahim from whatever the name of the list is.
Eligible.
The
Eligibility
eligibility
list for
list.
fire.
Yeah.
I'll second that.
Okay, it's been moved in second to strike candidates Adam and Dakota. Is there any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried.
Super.
I think that's all the, did you need any other, I think we covered all the.
Yeah, you know, since Megan's here, I just had a quick legal question, if it's okay, remember when we had, the other Megan, I believe, right?
Megan Lamb.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So, and I was confused, and maybe I can follow up. So what it is we have a lieutenant retiring at the end of this month, end of May. And we have one lieutenant on the eligibility list to be promoted in his place. So, and then there's no other positions on that list. Even though the list is good for another year, we wanted to just go ahead and retest. Now, to retest, we have to follow the contract because it's
You're right.
yeah. So what I wanted to do was kind of start the process now of getting it has to go through iChiefs, of getting a contract with them, get on the books for them, and possibly pick some study materials and have that put out and everything. But she suggested that we wait until he retires and then we start the process type of thing. So my clarification was, is that still is that the best legal thing going forward, or can we start it now, meaning get the contract, put some books out, we have to give them 90 days to study before the test? I don't know if maybe I was, didn't explain it properly, but
When is he retiring?
May 26th is his last
So
day.
I think you could probably start, get your contract with iChiefs. I might not start that 90-day time frame until you've got your retirement and you've got your
Okay,
fill in, if you want to do that. But as long as it meets your contract, I don't see a problem
okay,
with it. She may have thought that maybe it would be confusing for people if you had two lists going on or things happening.
Gotcha.
But it's close. I think you can
okay.
go ahead and get started on it. I don't see any reason to delay, seeing as you know that person's going to fill already. My guess is, have you guys already, made the notice or,
No, we haven't officially, everyone knows.
Everybody knows, okay.
So they're all taking classes, trying to get their points.
Right,
then-
they're trying to get everything in order.
Correct. So
Yeah.
part 2 of this is, in the contract, they have language that you cannot sit for the lieutenant's test until you have 5 years on the job, based on January of whatever calendar year that is, right? And then you can't be promoted until you have 7. Again, January being the calendar year, so anytime in that year. Now, okay, it used to be 3 and 5, but I think a couple contracts ago, I don't know if maybe the previous chief wanted it changed, but unfortunately, we have one candidate that is gonna be short 5 months from his 5-year mark, right? And the union has already said that, well, they're not gonna make like a special exemption, or like, we're gonna not have a list to go forward. They haven't approached us yet, but my thought is, man, it's a real good egg, lives in town, I want all the best candidates to take the test and let the cream rise to the top, but you also have to understand that there's some union members that will be taking the test, so I don't know if, what they're gonna do, but I just wanna play chess and go, if they did approach me to say, hey, if we're okay with it, because it's their contract, would you guys allow him to challenge the test? I would say, yeah, I don't care. It doesn't, yeah, absolutely, I would want the better
Yeah.
people, but is that an
That is
issue?
an okay thing. I'll get it in writing now.
Yeah, no, it
So
would be
you'd
an
have-
MOU,
you'd have
it would
an-
be an
you'd
MOU
have
with
an
them.
MOU on, you'd
Yep.
have an MOU on the side of, for this test,
Correct.
that was, the exception was made.
Just a unique, situation, because I'm sure it's gonna be almost at that time before the list is posted.
Yeah, if
There's
that's-
not a vacancy, so it's not like
if that's okay with you to modify those terms that are a part of the contract,
Yeah.
then that is fine, as long as you get it in writing and
Yeah.
everybody's on the same page with it, you should be
Okay.
fine.
I wasn't gonna initiate it, I just wanna, if they bring it up.
Yeah.
It's one of these, I'm just gonna play neutral, and if they don't bring it up, and okay, then I'm not gonna,
Yeah.
bring it up to them, but if they bring it up to us and say, hey, you know what?
Yeah, it's really their kind of the balls in their court, and I
Exactly.
think that's a good.
And I'm not
approach,
gonna, again, it's.
Yeah.
When promotion tests, a lot of people are I don't want the competition,
Yeah.
and they get really funny around this time.
Mhm.
But a lot of work gets done around this time too, around state. Everyone's
Yeah,
like,
everybody's in their
doing a
best
lot,
behavior,
taking
right?
classes, it's like, oh my God.
My car's never been cleaned.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Well,
It's-
I mean, I think you're handling it.
Okay, thank you. I
You're
just
handling
wanted
it
to just
correctly. Yeah,
double check, and commissioners, I just wanted to
you know,
let you guys know.
that's gonna be an internal issue for their union, so
Yep.
keep your hands out of it.
Oh,
If
yeah,
it comes
yeah.
to you, if you're okay with it, then,
Yeah.
just make sure you get it in writing.
But we
Yeah.
again, we have a great labor management relationship. You know, we do believe in LMI. We all went to Phoenix together, and we buy onto that. So I just wanted to make sure that
Yep.
just cover
I
everything.
think
So
that's fair, as long as,
Perfect.
if they're willing to do it, then as long as that works for you, then that's okay.
excellent. So
So if there's a 30-day notification period to tell them there will be a test in 30 days, we will release the books and the testing material in 30 days. Do we have to wait for the spot to open before we notify the 30 days, or can we notify,
I don't think there is a 30-day. There's a 90. The only thing in the promotional act is there's a 90-day waiting period from the when you release the books to the written test. If you say, hey, we're gonna have a test in, so many days coming up, just if you guys are interested, just understand this is what we're gonna do.
that's just on us? There's no
That's on
contract.
us, I believe.
I believe so.
Yeah.
We have to check.
And that's just courtesy. Of hey,
Yes,
by
I
the
know
way,
that, the materials have to be available
Yeah.
for 90 days.
Correct.
And you have to give them the list, and then you have to have some available in the station, and.
Yep. Yeah.
And all
Okay.
that stuff, but.
I know that's spelled out, so if we say, here's the books, we can't have the written until 90 days after that, so.
It sucks what if they change his mind.
Pardon?
If the person that's retiring, they change their mind and want to stay longer.
Oh, hey,
That was
stranger stuff has happened, right?
Yeah.
But maybe that's why she said, just, you could start it, but not like start the
Which lieutenant's leaving?
Ken Sharpada.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, there's no problem in getting all your stuff together so that you know what the dates are and have everything ready to go, and that you're not, waiting for something when you wanna have materials out when you wanna.
okay,
have stuff.
well,
There's no-
we'll reach out to our chiefs, and I know there's a huge turnover there, so I'm not sure, but we'll work on it.
He was at Sugar Creek Saturday.
Pardon?
He was at Sugar Creek Saturday.
Who's that?
The sheriff had it, whatever his name is.
Kim?
Somebody pulled the fire alarm at Sugar.
Oh, he came, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Say he was golfing?
Somebody was setting up for a party and it was.
Oh.
Okay, so
Thank you very much.
that was clarification, so you have that. Everything else okay? Any other business we need to conduct? If not, the date in May is still okay with everybody. If something comes up that a problem occurs, then let us know. And,
May 23rd, just save the date. Patty will be putting out a flyer soon. That's Ken's walkout.
oh,
We do it at the station where,
Okay.
everyone lines up and
yeah.
tell them to beat it. I mean,
Hurry
good
up.
luck in your endeavors.
Yeah.
Beat it.
Yeah, okay then. I'll entertain a motion then to adjourn, and it's 9:07.
I'll entertain that motion to adjourn.
We'll be back here shortly.
I'll enjoy it.
Yes.
I'll second.
Okay, it's been moved in
3
second. All in favor?
Yes.
Aye.
Aye.
Feels
Aye.
that way.
Oh my God. I was
We
telling
are
Brandon last
adjourned.
night,